Hello, everyone. This is Chef Alina Z, and today we're talking about comfort foods and how to deal with stress. And this question came up and asked Alina, how do you deal with stress? What do you eat? What do you do? And I know a lot of people are going through a lot of things right now. I know I had a really crazy week last week. My dog was in the hospital, and it was hard to sleep after that. And it's just a lot of things coming at me today. And I've been just thinking maybe I should not do this podcast. And then I thought, you know what? It is actually a good idea, I think, to do something like that because it's real. I'm not always happy-go-lucky person. I try to be, and I do my best to do so, to be so. And it is my nature. But sometimes you just want to throw an F word, which I did many times today. And, sometimes just life comes at you and you just got to deal with it. And a lot of times in the past, I know I would try to eat some things that were sweet or were numbing or giving me energy or whatever it is the energy that I needed from the food to comfort myself. But then it really backfired because a lot of times we think foods are comfort foods, but they are imposter foods. And I want to show you actually what I do, and I'm going to show you here in the video. And if you're on a podcast, do tune into the video just to see what those things look like. But this is how I support myself and comfort myself. And let's jump right in it. Okay, so two biggest energies that we usually crave, two biggest things we crave when we're stressed is either feeling numb and heavy and just want to just kind of dull things, or we want energy, so we need to just keep moving and we need to keep doing things, and so we need some things to keep us energized. And a lot of times we would go for coffee, sugar, things like that for the energizing things. But for the numbing things, people would go for dairy because actually, I don't know if you know about this, but dairy affects your brain the same way as heroin does. It's numbing. And a lot of times we would go for foods that are heavy. So like meat, potatoes, potato chips, potato fries, french fries, or whatnot. A lot of times people think those are comfort foods, or like lasagna, cheeseburgers, right? Bread and meat together are super heavy, super numbing. And then you have the cheese that's like heroin. So it's like just completely makes you zone out, right? And then for sugar, people go for cookies and pies and cakes, those sort of things. The cupcakes, for example, is a big thing, right? At least they're small, but they're better options because I find that when you eat those things, you get robbed. It's an imposter. You feel numb or you feel energetic for just a short period of time, but then afterwards you feel shitty. And then you get even more stressed because you just robbed yourself from nutrients and you did not give yourself the energy and the love that you needed. So let's start with the sugar, with the energy foods. First thing you do when you wake up and the day, you're like, oh my God, I'm just waking up, but I know I'm already stressed. I know it's going to be, or today has been hard and it's only like 7 a.m. Yeah, I've had one of those just recently. And what I go for, I'll show you. And I've shown it so many times on my videos and podcasts and wherever I talk about food is chlorella. I love chlorella pills. They're so easy. You take them, a whole bunch, like 6, 10. Don't overdo it. But you can just take them as a pill and take them with water in the morning, and you're good to go with much more energy than you would expect because it's a seaweed, it's an algae, it can help purify your blood, it can give you energy that you need. It's amazing. And what I do is I try to either mix it or chug it with coconut water. This one is from Trader Joe's. It's like $2. It's amazing. And to me personally, it tastes like melted ice cream a little bit. So that's how I get my fix from ice cream. I used to go for, a lot of dairy, a lot of ice cream. But, and if you read my book, the Single and Hungry book, you'll know that was my drug of choice, sugar with dairy and with a little bit of champagne or wine. So you kind of get all the numbing and all the sugar and everything. But now I go for coconut water as my drink of choice, and I love, love, love it. This one is a clear white, but if you see it in pink, don't be scared. It's really really good. What I love about it, it has potassium, and potassium, it's really good for regulating the fluid in your body. So if you wake up with puffy eyes and you're like, oh my God, I need a cup of coffee, this is going to be a better way to make sure that the fluid in your body is regulated. Then, if you do want something sweet to drink or something hot to drink, what I love, and again, I'm not getting sponsored by these are just things that I love. I love the Collagen Fuel Chocolate Coconut Flavor by the Primal Kitchen, and they come in these little packets, so I take them on the go. You just mix them up with hot water. They already have dry coconut milk in it, so it's like drinking a mocha on the go. Collagen will help repair your skin, so you will have a healthy glow, because when you're tired, you do not have the glow. I know I do not have the glow when I'm tired, but this is really a lifesaver for me. Sometimes I add Dandy Blend to it, and it makes it taste a little more bitter, a little more like coffee. But this is amazing for a hot beverage in the morning with protein that gives you energy and makes you feel stable. It's amazing. And also I start my mornings with magnesium, chelated magnesium. I like this one by Blue Bonnet. It's buffered. I like to take that in the morning just to give myself a little bit of a boost. And then I take the Adrenal Support Daily Support, the Adrenal Health by Gaia Herbs. Also really good for helping your adrenals, so you can deal with stress and things that come your way. And magnesium kind of relaxes you and makes you feel a little bit more chill. So I like those things. I know people like CBD. I'm not a huge fan of CBD or MCT personally, but if those things work for you, go for it. Okay, then there's another option, which I also like, is by Four Sigmatic, a mushroom cacao mix with cordyceps. Cordyceps are mushrooms that act like adaptogens. They're really good for your adrenals, that help your adrenals work properly and really do support you. So this is comfort food. Like if you mix these two together, they are the true comfort food. They will give you the energy, the nutrition, the little bit of boost, a lot of boost probably, and will not rob you, because when you eat sugar can deplete you from magnesium, sugar can deplete you from other nutrients, and it can make you feel crashed afterwards, so you'll feel shitty. Like, so what's the point, It's like going on a date with somebody and there afterwards you're gonna feel shitty and you're gonna feel really bad about yourself. Like, how many dates are you gonna go out to with that person? Probably not often. Now, once in a while is okay, once in a while is fine, you just have a little fun, and then, you're kind of like, okay, whatever, the next day, but not daily. But these things are something that I take daily. Now, for the afternoons, for keeping my energy, keeping my sanity in the afternoon, I try to eat normally. I try to eat when I'm hungry and not eat when I'm not hungry, which sounds like, yeah, that's how you're supposed to eat, but do it really? Like, I know in the past I would eat when I wasn't hungry, because hunger wasn't the reason to eat. It was the emotional desire. Something looks really good, or I'm bored, or whatever, I'm tired, but not like I'm actually hungry. But when I'm actually hungry, or when you're actually hungry, I try to get as much plant-based protein. Here's why. A lot of times when we're stressed, we are in our heads, and it's just like this energy is like, just buzzing. Oh my God, it's annoying, right? And you just want to zone out. And if you eat meat or, heavy foods, you do know that heavy feeling that kind of feels nice, like that little food coma. But it's not really productive, and it's not really loving, and it's not really comforting. You can still get the same feeling without all the negative side effects by having things like sweet potatoes, for example, or butternut squash, things that are rooted in the ground, that have the grounding energy. For example, sweet potatoes, right? Grow in, not up, but into the ground. And they're super awesome for you. They have potassium, they have fiber, they have a little bit of sweetness to them, but they also feel a little heavy, so you will have that feeling afterwards. I personally love mixing them with beans, like kidney beans, for example, have a lot of potassium. Again, potassium is super important to make sure things are moving in your body. And then if you don't have time to sit down, I take this. It's an Aloha bar with peanut butter chocolate chip. You can probably guess that I love chocolate, one of my favorite food groups. But this one has a lot of protein, a lot of fiber, And again, it won't give you a crash in your blood sugar, because the worst thing you can do when you're stressed is to eat stuff that makes you go up and down, up and down, up and down. So if you're eating, sugary foods, then you're gonna feel crashed afterwards. So you're gonna need more sugary foods, and you're gonna go like that. And that's super stressful to your body. And then if you are eating heavy foods, then after the heavy foods, you're too tired, but you still need to do things. So then you're going to eat something sweet or have coffee, and then it's going to go up, and then you want to go down. And, who needs that roller coaster? But you can, again, regulate your own ride on the roller coaster of life with these foods, with steady protein intake, with good fiber sources, so your blood sugar doesn't go up and down. And then I'll show you the actual treats that I treat myself with. So if I'm on the go, if I'm running around, I have my lotion. This one is a body butter rich French lilac scent, and I absolutely love just smelling it. Sometimes I'm going to just do it right now. Put it on, I'm running out of this one. Put it on my skin, and smelling things that make you feel happy is one of the best ways to reduce stress. And for me, I love lilac, I love rose, and just something like that. This or lavender. Lavender is fantastic. Having oils, those are great. I love this brand, Chasing Unicorns. This one is Cleopatra Love. These are bath salts. They smell amazing. I wish you guys could smell them here. They are pink with little rose petals, and I take a big bubble bath and relax, and that makes me feel so grounded and so calm. Maybe not for long, maybe just for the time being, but the smell of it already makes me feel much more relaxed. And even as I'm talking right now, I was all hyped up in the beginning, because first I was really stressed, and then I was thinking, you know what, I really want to do this video and podcast because it's important to share, because I'm not the only one who feels this way right now. And then I got super excited, and now I'm smelling all these things, and I'm chilling. And look what it says on the back of these bath salts. It says, I trust myself. That's a very important thing to do, to trust yourself, because your body wants you to live. Your body doesn't want you to feel bad. And you need to trust that internal wisdom. And if your internal wisdom says you want chocolate, for example, go for chocolate. But I really want to invite you to try chocolate that loves you back. We talk a lot about foods that love you back, because a lot of times foods take your energy, but they don't give you any value. They just make you feel good for that short time of chewing. But this one, I love this chocolate. It's called Back to Human Hazelnut Butter Dark Chocolate. It has only 5 ingredients. It's amazing. It is a little pricey, but if you eat a little bit of it, just a little bit, you'll feel really good. You'll feel satisfied. You won't need to shove the whole thing in your mouth, and you will feel much more relaxed. And chocolate does have magnesium. Magnesium helps you relax. So health food right here, boom. Really, really love this chocolate. It's like little bit of Nutella-esque, but not as sweet. So again, it doesn't get you high, so that it won't crash you later. Highly recommend. And then if you want some protein and you want some chocolate, this is my go-to favorite bar, Raw Rev Glow, with double chocolate protein batter, brownie batter. And it has 12 grams of protein, 14 grams of fiber, and 4 grams of sugar. And it's made with raw ingredients. It's plant-based, and it does taste like brownie, and it has a little bit of chocolate chips. And I grab one of these and I go. That's what I do. I just go in my day. I go to work, take one with me, and it's just so convenient. You can buy these on Amazon. Pretty much everything I showed you here, you can buy on Amazon. And I have these delivered every couple of weeks, just to make sure that I have them on replenishment, because they are my savior, really. That's chocolate and protein and fiber. What else do you want when you're stressed? Magnesium, right? And steady energy. So those are my go-tos. And then last but not least, at night, before going to bed, I take another thing of magnesium, and this one is Magnesium Breakthrough by Biooptimizers, amazing company. And I just joined them actually as an affiliate, because I just love them so much. So I'll be sharing more information about them, but they help you sleep. they help you sleep. And what I've done is I have my bias strap, which I wear at night to measure how I sleep. If I slept deep or if I slept light, if I, how my heart rate variation is, how was my breathing, all that stuff. When I take this magnesium, it does show that I sleep better, I sleep deeper, and sleep is so important for truly comforting yourself, for truly getting that energy you need to fight off stress and to deal with things. And I want to finish off this podcast, make it short and sweet, under 20 minutes, with just two more things that I want to share with you. One is that when you are comforting yourself, you're giving yourself the love. And people say food is love, and I really don't agree with that. I don't think food is love at all. I think love is love. You should love yourself. You should comfort yourself. You should be your own best friend. And giving yourself hugs is a great comfort food. Giving yourself cookies that are not good for you, that don't love you, is not comfort food. And once in a while, maybe, yeah, it's okay, but not when you're stressed, because when you are stressed, why take chances of robbing yourself, even with robbing more energy, taking away more energy than you already have? Under stress, I think it's so important to nurture yourself, to treat yourself, to comfort yourself with foods that love you, with your own energy. And so giving yourself like a big hug, super important. Calling friends, super important. If you don't have time to call friends, just taking time for you is super important, more important than eating anything. And then the second thing I want to remind you, and maybe tell you if you've never heard of this before, because it was news to me when I found out. It was amazing. When you are stressed, you physically only can see things like this. Like, you don't pay attention to the things outside of you. And there was an experiment that Oprah magazine did that took two people. One said the man was saying he was always lucky, and this woman said she was always unlucky and stressed, and they were meant to go from point A to point B, and they were supposed to sit in a little cafe and have a cup of coffee and then leave. And they put $5 on the street and then put two actors in the cafe that played business people in the business area that those participants were in. And so the guy, he was relaxed, he was chill, he was always happy most of the time, right? But that's his attitude. I'm always lucky. So why would you be stressed when you're always lucky? So he's walking down the street and he sees the $5 and he picks it up and he's like, yay, $5, how awesome, what a lucky day. Then he goes to the cafe, sits down next to the actor, starts a conversation with him. He's like, oh my God, you're in the same business, let's do something together. And they go off, and he's like, oh my God, what an amazing day. Now, the girl said that she's always unlucky. And of course, when you feel like you're always unlucky, you're going to be stressed. So she literally just walks on the same street. She does not see the $5. She literally misses that. She goes to the same cafe. She sits down next to the same actor at the bar counter. She takes her coffee. She does not start a conversation with him. She drinks her coffee and then she leaves. And so to me, that was like a huge revelation, that when you're relaxed, you see more things. And then I met somebody who was a scientist, and he said this scientifically: when we are stressed, it's like a horse with those blinders. You just don't look outside because you're focused on the problem. But that means you don't see the solutions that are around you. And I remember Deepak said, or Einstein said, I can't remember, one of those amazing men that I love, said that you cannot fix the problem you cannot find a solution on the same level as you have the problem. So if the problem is on a lower vibration, it's a problem. The solution is on a high vibration, high frequency of happiness, joy, luck, right? You physically cannot find the solution, or maybe not physically if you're not looking for a physical solution, but mental, right, solution, if you are on the vibration of the problem. So thinking happier thoughts, supporting yourself, supporting with foods that lift you up, that support you, that truly comfort you, will lift you up to the solution. And so as much as I want to share this with you, I'm also saying this to myself, because I need to hear it as well. And I have been doing all the things that I showed you here. I've taken my magnesium, I've taken my adrenal stuff, I've had my protein today. I have not had chocolate yet, but that's because I just didn't really feel like it. I know it's crazy. Who doesn't feel like chocolate? But I just didn't, so I didn't eat it. I was in the mood for berries and almond butter. So that's what I had. And it's important to listen to your body. Again, if your body's telling it you that it wants something, do ask yourself what is the best quality food you can get. How can you truly, truly comfort yourself? Not just make a quick fix that supports you and comforts you for 5 seconds or 5 minutes, but actually gives you a longer lasting support. So I'm gonna continue with my day, continue doing things that I need to do today, and let me know if you have any questions for future podcasts. And I'm always happy to share how I deal with things, because that's what I'm here for, to share my knowledge. I've studied this for so many years. I've done so much work, and if I can save you a little bit of time and give you a solution to make your life easier, then my job is done. I'm really happy to do that. So message me if you have questions on Ask Alina, and until later. Okay,